The Seal of God and Mark of the Beast, Part 1. Welcome back to Short Points, where we share thoughts on the Sabbath School lessons. We're looking at three special messages recorded in the book of Revelation, chapter 14, that have important significance for our time. The first message was lifting up the gospel and calling to respect God. It announced that the time to put an end to the saga with sin is coming, and it brought forward the importance of recognizing God as the creator and sustainer of life. The second message was more of a warning about a religious system that made a mess out of the gospel. It displaced God and made it more digestible for human superstition, extending Satan's deceptions that we should not really die and that God is just another player. The third message now is about a decision time, about allegiance. And this allegiance is symbolized with a seal and a mark. The third message that we are looking at this week is about a beast and an image of the beast. The beast also had a mark that people can receive, and if they do, there is doom and gloom. On the other side, we see those faithful to God, characterized with patience, keeping God's commandments, and the faith of Jesus. Many of us have developed allergies for these marks, beasts, and such apocalyptic images, but it's apparent that the message is about a struggle for power and a controversy between God and this beast that is trying to replace him. This lesson is part 1. It means that next week we'll be looking at part 2, further into this topic. But this week, the focus seems to be more on those choosing God's side. It won't be easy. It hasn't been easy. But the text talks about patience, which from the original text can be more accurately translated as steadfast endurance. Endurance against oppression. There has been and will be persecution for those who are not agreeing with the beast. The text also talks about the faith of Jesus. Jesus, who even in the darkest moment, when even God seemed to have abandoned him, didn't lose trust. It's a trust built in a relationship. Trust that goes beyond the immediate, beyond appearance. Trust rooted in love and care. This faith of Jesus is also a gift to those who open their hearts for God. We can't build such faith, but our little faith, our grab of God's open hand, will produce such trust that no power or any force will be able to shake or take away. So even though these images of beasts and marks can be weird and not appealing, the message is about a very decisive moment of big struggle and controversy, but also a moment of great faith and faithfulness. Going back through chapter 13, the study analyzes and identifies this beast. Satan, through the power of political Rome, attacked God and his people. Then, inherited by the papal Rome, the mission continued through the ages, sometimes with force, sometimes with deception, but the overall goal remained the same. Displace God, make Jesus as irrelevant as possible, and take his authority on earth. So, how can I summarize this week's study in the length of one tweet? #LessonIn1. The third angel message is about time of allegiance and controversy. Faithfulness to God through the faith of Jesus, or siding with the religious power, usurping the authority of Jesus. Next week, we will look at part 2 of this same topic.